Welcome back to our first Uncommon video. We are on day 2, and I did 2 12-hour streams the last 2 days, and I will not do that anymore because it's not good for me getting videos done and showing you where I'm at, because not everybody is watching those streams. We're going to go over 3 Uncommon champions and why I picked the one I did. You're going to see him in just a minute. A very different Uncommon that I think a lot of people are playing. I did not go for Shield Guard. I did not go for Sniper, but we're going to look at all 3 and compare them and see what their accumulative damage is and why I picked the one I picked. We're also going to look over the rules because a lot of people aren't sure what the rules are. And everybody's been joining this guild. We do have a clan. The clan name is called Uncommon Sense. I'm UncommonStew here, and we've got lots of people over in the clan already putting up some really good numbers. I've got a lot of energy. Even though I was streaming this for hours on end. Then we went to Lost Ark. Then we played some Call of Duty. Then we went back to Lost Ark, as well as having this raid up while we were trying to get some stuff done, like auto farm some things. But I'm on day 2, and I've got tons of energy. I could easily make a 5-star, which I'm heading to do right now, because I finally got the champion I want to play with ready to go, because I had to use Sniper when I started. And guys, this is not easy. There were a lot of comments in my last video saying, why aren't you just using commons and uncommons, period? Well, because if you just want to see how far we can get in the game with just commons and uncommons, we could do that. But I guarantee you, we just can't get far. So the reason why we have this rule set right here is because we want to give you and myself the opportunity to get other champions in the game to supplement in with our commons and uncommons. We're going to be using these commons and uncommons for a very, very long time. The only code that I used to start with is PC Raid 2022. It gave us 500 energy. I believe it's still in my mailbox. We got an experience banner and then some coin. That's the only one I'm going to use, but you do have to be account level 15 for it. I picked Kale. At account level 6, we put Kale in the vault, and I didn't even beat Lord Chamfer in that very first row of stages that we have to fight, and it was very difficult to beat him after I put Kale in the vault. Everything's been difficult. The coolest thing is the missions and the achievements that we do in this game. You know how I normally complain about them? We usually blow past it. We have to go back and redo stuff that we've already been through a long time ago. Well, since we're moving so slow, and since those achievements and missions are so old, we're lining right up with it. It's like it's meant to be that way. And I think that's just because they've been there since the beginning, since the game came out. So I'm moving slow enough that I'm actually on par with the missions and achievements. I'm not really going back and having to complete them. That tells you how slow and difficult this is. And they do need to update those. Everything's stronger. We get more energy. We get more just materials in the game to help us level up a champion quicker. And then we get summons. We usually pull something good, another epic, some other rare. We can even start with epics. So we blow past that so fast. They definitely need to revise it. But I think it's really cool that I was going so slow and being stopped so many times where I'm like, what is going on? Why am I being stopped here? It's just because we're using uncommons. We're having to focus on these uncommons that don't have the stats that these other heroes have. And we're not using, like, of course, I summoned a rare. I got Apothecary. I got Apothecary on this account. I don't even have Apothecary on my rare account. And I can't use it. It was like we were on stream and I pulled Apothecary and I just couldn't believe it. And I can't use him. So I'm going to use him as food. He's in the vault right now, or he's level 1. I haven't done anything with him. Of course, I'm going to feed him into somebody. But that would have helped me. You know, on a normal account, we would have blown past all this stuff and been much further. Arena is going to be a challenge as well. Going back to what people said in the comments down below on the video announced, some said it's good that you're using these legendaries, the log and reward legendaries and epics, because even still, we don't think you can make it. They're saying that even with all of this, they don't think we're going to make it very far. And it is going to be challenging. It's going to be very challenging, even though we can use High Katoon at day 30. We can use all the login rewards. Here are the rules right here that I'm following. So we're only going to use Kale when it tells us to use Kale. When it says use a rare in the clan boss. For our advanced quest to complete that out, we'll bring Kale out of the vault and use it for that. One of the achievements or missions told us to level a rare up to level 30. I did that with Kale. Plus, there's a lot of other missions in there that say put some kind of artifacts on a rare attack champion. So we used Kale for all of that, and then now he's sitting in the vault. We also need another Void hero in the vault for when it tells us to do PvP with all affinities. I am not using any of the rares from the fusions from Rosin Scarhide or Broadmaw, and I'm not using any of the campaign rares. I'm not using any rares unless I can obtain them from actual event fusions. So it's going to make it difficult for me, and it's going to make it something to where you feel really good getting that rare from an event fusion or an epic or a legendary. You can use all those that you earned. And then we're going to use the login rewards. You can read down here at this line, and you can see that we will be trying to get and use Broadmaw, Rosin Scarhide, Drexstar Blood Twin, Yannica, Arbiter, Lydia, Ramatu Drake's Blood, Doom Tower Fragment fusions. We can do those if we can do the secret rooms and get enough fragments. Yes, we can use those heroes. We're going to need these heroes. There's only so far we can get with uncommons and commons. And even with these heroes, we're going to have to use a crap ton of uncommons and commons for all the faction wars, because this doesn't cover all the faction wars, all these login reward ones. Plus, we're going to be playing the game for quite a long time. It's not like we get this stuff immediately. And even when we do get this stuff, we're not just going to run a group of 5 of Broadmaw, Rosin Scarhide, and then Scylla the Drakes, which I didn't put her name on here, but those are the ones we're using. We're using all those, and then the ones we can earn from the event fusions when those come up. And I don't know if I can earn a rare yet. I started this account kind of at a weird time. It would have been best to start this back when I started my other account so that we could easily get all the rares right now and maybe even make an epic. But I think that would have made it too easy. So it's nice now that we're really not able to grab I don't know if we're able to grab anything yet. Maybe some people are going to be able to help their account out. We'll just have to see how it goes. We'll have to see how the other accounts progress. We'll be talking to them in this chat. There's quite a lot of chat. This is pinned in here, so if you want to come check it out. Let's talk about my account and War Chanter, the only uncommon that I've never taken to 60 before, and I've really wanted to. I've taken Sniper to 60 in different challenges that we've had. I've taken Shield Guard to 60 before, and I think he's the best one to take to 60. He is extremely strong, and we will level him up eventually. We're going to level up Armiger. We're going to level up... Oh, I've got another one, so I can throw this in to level up my War Chanter. When you look at War Chanter's abilities, he can stun on his A1 at a 30% chance, damage based off of HP. He's got really good stats. I'll show you the stats in just a minute. This is an AoE 3-turn cooldown. They can do decrease attack at 25%, so we can use this on bosses as well as waves. And then he's got, no, it's a 40% chance to provoke. 40% chance to decrease attack at 25%, and then 40% chance to provoke. Sure, they're going to provoke into him, but a lot of times he's going to be the only one alive if we're farming or even going through waves. It's good that we can provoke. Say we're going through Dragon, we can provoke to him. He's going to have the lifesteal with the War Master on, and it's going to save the rest of our crew so that when we get to Dragon, they can help us out. Hopefully that's the plan. This guy looks really exciting, and this A2 has a super high multiplier of 5.6. But his attack, his base attack, is really low. So it kind of equals out, I think. He doesn't do anywhere near the damage that Sniper does, but Sniper is a glass cannon. And I do like that she does an AoE 3-turn cooldown with decreased speed. And then here, whenever she crits on her A1, she gets a turn meter increase of 15% each crit. That's a lot. 30% turn meter increase if we have 100% crit rate, along with AoE slow speed on the 3-turn cooldown, is very strong, and she's fun to play with. But I wanted to go with something that I haven't used yet, and I hope it doesn't backfire on me, because now I finally got him. It took forever. I've opened hundreds upon hundreds of mystery shards already, and you think you're gonna get everything. You're like, okay, I'm gonna pick up Armiger, Zephyr Sniper's gonna pop up, I'm gonna get my War Chanter when I want to. I had to farm him. He is farmable. Shield Guard's farmable as well. He wasn't coming. He didn't come earlier, so I had to take my Sniper up this high until I was able to get him and bring him to 40. Now I'm about to take a couple other 3 stars to 4 star. I'm going to eat this one, eat this one. I'm probably going to keep these 3 here, and I'm going to feed everyone else into War Chanter to make him a 5 star. I'll eventually feed these into War Chanter as well. But I need them right now. I definitely need something like a Saurus or bring my Shield Guard up, because whenever I get to that all force affinity Waves, I get just blocked, stonewalled because I can't get through there. He's not strong enough. Plus, we're only on day 2. Once we log in and start getting more login rewards for that lifesteal set, the good one, especially tomorrow with our gloves that have crit rate and then speed substats, that's going to really help me get to a higher crit rate, and then we can get some speed in there. That's going to really, really help out anybody I was using as my 60. It would really help out Shield Guard to crit on his A2 and to keep getting turn meter. Shield Guard, this passive on an uncommon, he's just too good. But I don't want to use him because we've already done that. Speaking of how I looked at the kind of damage they do, the calculated damage each of these do. Here is Shield Guard. If you look at Shield Guard and go over to right here where my cursor is, you can see he's got a 4 multiplier on his A1 and a 3.4 multiplier on his A2. So we're looking at 4,9 calculated damage and 4,100. So 4,941. Now if we go over to War Chanter, and we look at his calculated damage based off of his, these are all based off of their base stats and then their multiplier, we're looking at 4-1 and 4-8. Reversed, Shield Guard does more damage on his basic, and this guy does more damage on his AoE. Even though it's a 5-6 multiplier, his attack at level 60 is like 764. Very, very weak. Sniper's attack at 60 is 1,100, somewhere around there. But still, he's doing pretty good damage, even though his main is based off of HP. The problem is that it is based off of HP. So I'm not going to have both. I'm not going to have really high HP and really high attack. So it's going to be weird playing him a little bit, but I still think he's going to get the damage we need, and he's going to do all those debuffs. He's going to stun, decrease attack, and then provoke. It's going to be fun because I haven't done it before. And then we'll have the other heroes as backup, no problem. And then if you look at Sniper, and whenever you look at the multipliers like this and the calculated damage, you got to think about their skills. It's not just about, it's never about pure damage, by the way, unless it's like a Trunda, right? And you're just killing them with pure damage. That's all you need. Going through the game, you very rarely tackle dungeons just based off of pure damage. It's about your buffs and debuffs and how you're going to beat that boss. So here with Sniper, she's actually pretty high. On her basic, she can do 6,600 calculated. And then we've got almost 6,000 on her AoE. But she's a glass cannon. She does not have the stats that we have on our War Chanter, or even as tanky as we can make something like our Shield Guard, where he can survive. Because if you look at War Chanter, look at these stats for an uncommon. 18,990 HP. 771 defense. Not bad. Speed isn't even too bad for an uncommon. I mean, he's got... For an uncommon, these are actually really good stats. I would like more defense. It would be great, but it's okay. We've got high HP, so we're going to try to take advantage of that. And just, I think this ability just won't hit that hard, but we're going to try to stun. We're going to have War Master on with lifesteal, so it's not that big of a deal. And having decreased attack across the board, 40% chance, as well as trying to provoke, it just sounds great. It sounds like it's going to be a good time. And then if you look at something like Sniper, she is Dark Elf. 12,555, 705 for defense. But she's got 1,200 attack. And those multipliers she has is much lower on her A2, but with this attack, once you do the attack percentage and you have them both exactly the same, she's going to do more damage. She will. You could see it was like 6,900 or 6,000, whatever it was for her on there. But this is why I'm going with War Chanter. This is the struggle I've been having. It has been a roadblock after roadblock. You go through campaign and you get up to some of these bosses that are Force Affinity and waves that are Force Affinity. Just yesterday, I was stuck here at this, was it this wave? It was one of these waves where at the very end, no, it was over on this stage. Yeah, this one. At the very end here, we have 2 Zargalas and then we've got Torture Helm and a Veteran. It was just too much red. I couldn't get through all that red, even with my Saurus, because I need to get Saurus a little bit better gear. And I feel like I'm running out of silver easier too. I don't know why. I feel like everything has been weird on this go around with this account, because immediately I just started focusing on uncommons. Maybe because I was playing a lot of other games while I was streaming and not just completely focusing on this. But we spent at least 3 hours playing just this game. And then when I got to a point where I thought, okay, I can auto farm for a little while and we just go into wave after wave and we just throw in some food to level up, I said, okay, let's go over and play some Lost Ark while I just keep clicking to have that food grind out. It's been picking up today. We're going to make a 5-star. We're going to use all this energy we have here to focus on making War Chanter, then a 6-star as quickly as possible. We're going to unlock the Forge at 30. We're level 26 right now. Who knows what's going to happen? We do have the fusion still going on, but I don't think I made it far because the events just went over. We've got an artifact event that's not doing much. We've got a dungeon diver event that just started. So I've done a little bit here. It would be cool to get a rare. Remember, these rares are the only rares we can use. So still, we don't have our choice of rares. We don't have necessarily good rares. We don't know if they're going to be good or not. We don't know if they're really going to make sense to use or not. We'll just have to see how these accounts progress. I think that's going to be the most exciting thing, to see how these all evolve. And if you look at our clan, they are all brand new players. We've got a lot of names with uncommon, and then even if they're not uncommon, you can see that they're lower level. If they're 26, 22, 27, 24, all of these are brand new. 1 year with Stew. 1 year, 2022, 1 year with Stew. So that's going to be the most exciting thing for all of us, I believe, to see how these accounts progress. And maybe some people already gave up already. I don't know. 1 day ago, maybe they tried it. I can't imagine at level 7 you would have, maybe. I can't imagine you would have hit a brick wall then, but you never know. It's hard. It's very hard. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you want to join us, look down below for the link to Discord. We're not racing each other. We're just having a good time. So you don't have to worry about trying to be competitive or staying up all day long every day in the beginning, getting rid of all this energy. Because I already did that on another account, and I just feel like take your time. Enjoy it. Take care, everyone. I will see you all on a video soon.